IELTS Part 126. Audio fades, last speaker continues to speak. Narrator. That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 2 on page 318. Section 2, you will hear a recording of a talk about student housing. First, you have some time to look at question 11 to 14 on page 318. Now listen carefully and answer question 11 to 14. Question 11 to 14. Man 1. Good morning. Welcome to day 2 of Student Orientation Week. The subject of the first talk today will be off campus housing. This is of interest to those of you who don't want to live in student housing and are not familiar with our city. I'll give you some tips about where to look for housing and how to go about it. You can get our instructions on it, pieces of advice that will help you a lot, and I'm pretty sure it will be of great interest to you, and you will certainly get great benefit of it. Sometimes the dormitories are very supportive, but on the other occasions, some people prefer to use not to have dormitories, but they go for their private uh, accommodations. So that could have been one of the way here as well. Okay, well, let's talk about where to look for an apartment. There are some places that I don't recommend. The obvious place to look, you might think, would be in the neighborhood of the university. However, that's probably not a very good idea because unfortunately, this is one of the more expensive areas of the city to live in. The downtown area is a popular place to visit. Uh, the downtown is a popular place to visit. However, that's not a good place to look for housing either because it's mainly a commercial area. And as it's a commercial area, there are very few apartments there. It's also rather far from the university. So, where does that leave us? I can recommend a couple of good places to look for. Many students rent apartments in the uptown neighborhoods. The prices there are quite low, and many buses go there. So, it's very easy to get to the university from there. The Greenfield Park neighborhood is also popular. It's closer to the university, but not many buses run in that direction. So you'll need a car if you choose to live there. Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at question 15 to 20 on page 318. Now listen carefully and answer question 15 to 20. Questions 15 to 20. All right, so let's say you've decided on a neighborhood. Next, you have to find out what apartments are available. There are a number of places where you can look for apartments ad. The best place to look is that university's student center. This is a well this is a this there is a wall there is a wall there devoted to apartments ads. You can also look in the university newspaper. It comes out every Friday, which gives you the weekend for apartment hunting. The local city newspaper, the Greenfield Times, also list apartments for rent ads. Again, Friday, Saturday are the best days. That's when you'll find the most ads. Finally, of course, you can look on the internet. There are several internet sites devoted to the apartment rental ads in this area. The staff at the Student Counseling Center is always ready to help you in your apartment search. They have available city maps as well as the city bus schedules to help you get around to the various neighborhoods. If you'd like to find someone to share an apartment with you, counseling center has a roommate matching service. Most students find that having roommate is the most economical way to rent an apartment.